What's up, everyone? It's Nick here at the BuzzLex YouTube channel, and this is going to be my Witcher 2 benchmark. Here are the graphic settings I'm running. Everything's pretty much turned on except for a couple things like Uber sampling, which is way too demanding for a card of 2 gigs of VRAM. So I turned that off. But everything else is pretty much on ultra here. VSync's disabled. Dangling objects limit, there's no limit, that's why that says disabled. But pretty much everything's on right now. So it's at 1080p. So let's go ahead and launch this game and see how it performs. Here's just the intro video here. Pretty cool intro video, actually. Okay. I think this is a good spot to bench. And this is an older game now. I think it was released in like 2011 or something, but it's still like a very good looking game and pretty demanding on hardware too. So this would be interesting to see what the 750 Ti can do. Alright, so here we are in a big open environment. And keep in mind this is on ultra. Everything's pretty much set to max except for their Uber sampling, which I think is just like super sampling, where it just renders at a higher resolution. So if 30 frames per second is too little for you, I'm sure you can adjust it down to high or turn the shadows down or something and maintain a frame rate around 60. As you can see, there's a lot to render here, so this is pretty open area. That's why and it's still holding a pretty good frame rate of 30 FPS on ultra. And again, this is a pretty inexpensive computer, so don't expect 60 frames per second in every game you play, but if you turn down the graphics settings, it's possible to maintain good frame rates in most games. You can see a pretty good looking game. Just kind of running around here. A very cool game. I actually haven't played it before. This is I just kind of started playing it. So video here, we can skip that, I think, right? Oops. Actually, let's load a different part where we actually get some action going. Like, right. Let's do this one. There's actually some fighting going on, and there's a lot of other people fighting and stuff, so this should give you a good idea of combat frames. So here we're in a castle here. Some fighting in here going on. Let's go in here. Kill some peeps. It's on easy right now, and it's like really easy. As long as you keep attacking someone, they don't do anything. Yeah, there are some combat frames for you there, and this is all on Ultra, remember, except for the super sampling, so pretty good. You can see how graphically intense this game is. Not bad. Now The Witcher 3 is coming out later on this year, and I'm not entirely sure if the dual core will be able to run it. They say that they recommend quad core, and I can imagine it's going to be pretty demanding, as this was released 4 years ago or more, and it's this demanding. I can imagine that the new one's going to be really intense, but we don't know yet. You could still be able to run it on a dual core and just have lower frames and frame dips, but my guess is you won't be able to run it on a dual core. You'll have to have a quad core in order to run it. I'm gonna skip that stuff. Alright, here we go, we're charging in. Some nice rolls. Let's see, the frame rates are actually better here than they were in that camp while fighting. There's so much to render, I guess, in the original part. Alright. This is a great game too. This is a really nice game. I can see how this would be a lot of fun to play. I haven't finished it, but it looks to be like a really cool game. Alright. Let's go ahead and quit this, check out what our temperatures are like after that. Alright. Sorry about the light up here, and it does this every time. It says it crashed, but it's fine, it didn't crash. Looks like max temperature is 73 degrees Celsius on the CPU on one core and 64 on the other. And then the GPU rose to 62 degrees Celsius, which is not too bad, pretty reasonable temperatures. Now I only had the computer idle for about 5 minutes in between benchmark runs with Metro, so it's pretty good. It gives you an idea. That's pretty much where it's going to stick for a gaming load, is around this temperature here, 73 on the CPU and 62 on the GPU max. And this is using the newest NVIDIA drivers I can get. I'll show you which ones I'm using. 340.76 are the drivers I'm using. Alright, so this is my Witcher 2 benchmark on the Linux PC. Thank you for watching.